This is a code walkthrough for the example file LoopingForNested.java. This is a small example which demonstrates nested for looping, nested coupled for looping actually, in support of a specific problem. We want to print out the roadmap of all the gifts given on the 12 days of Christmas and total up all the gifts. So for starters, let's compile this file and free run it once and show you what we're after here, and then we'll talk through how we do this. Remember that traditional song, on the first day of Christmas, a partridge in a pear tree. Second day of Christmas, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Third day of Christmas, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. We want to create this lower triangular output which shows all the ordered gifts given and total up the whole tally. So if we step back and think about this, this has the appearance of involving 2 nested for loops. We've got this inner for loop where we loop over the days from 1 to 12. So those would be the 12 rows. And then the elements in each row are the gifts given on any particular day. But we're actually counting down from the particular day number. So for example, on the 6th day, we want to loop from 6 down to 1. So that's what makes these 2 loops coupled. This outer loop loops over the days from 1 to 12, but then this inner loop starts at the day number, loops down to 1. And that's really all there is to it here. So let's put a breakpoint on here and start single stepping our way through this a little bit. So we start with a sum of gifts equal to 0 and a constant for the days, and we enter this outer for loop for days for day 1. So then on this inner for loop, we're going to loop from 1 to 1 for the first day. So we print out that 1 gift, add it to the sum, and we're done with this first day. And we'll kick the output down to the next line and go to the second day. And we enter the second iteration of the outer loop for day 2. And so now this inner loop is going to be looping down from whatever the day is down to 1. So from 2 down to 1. So if we click our way through this in the debugger, we see that we get 2 and 1. We kick this down to the next line, and the total of our gifts so far is this 4. So I think you kind of get the picture of what's going on here. I will go ahead and click my way through this endlessly, but notice in the output window that we're on the 4th day of Christmas. Now we're on the 5th day of Christmas, so we're looping down from 5 to 1. 6th day of Christmas, looping down 6 to 1. 7th day of Christmas, inner loop 7 times. 8th day of Christmas, going to go through this inner loop 8 times. 9th day of Christmas, and notice that the sum keeps updating. 10th day of Christmas, so we're going to go through this inner loop from 10 to 1. 11th day of Christmas, so we'll loop from 11 to 1. And finally, the 12th day of Christmas, we'll loop from 12 to 1 in this inner loop until finally we've given the last gift. We'd now be on the 13th day, but that exceeds our condition, so we're done with this outer loop and we're done with all the looping. And we simply print out this total number of gifts, 364. Okay, so this example demonstrates nested for looping, where the inner loop is coupled to the outer loop to count up all the gifts given on the 12th day of Christmas.